Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. I got everything messed up here. Hang on one second. I got my other background on from my other show. I am losing my brain here, guys. All right. Here we go. Guys, welcome back. We are back. It's good to be back. What up, Humble in the building. It's good to have everyone aboard. Gonna get into a good one today. Got some more live bets I want to talk about. All right, some more updated bets I want to talk about. I did drop the Vidal Riley video late last night. I haven't gotten to work on the new one yet. I'm gonna. Give me 1 second. Let me get into this real quick. What up, Muscles? We're going to get to everything in just a second. It's good to have everyone aboard. All right. Yeah. Riley and Clark is live. Eubank and Ben are live. Muscles, the whole crew, Bath Boy, Humble, Muscles. It's good to have everyone in here. Rando Light is here. We're going to get that bounce back. All right, guys. I want to get into a bunch of stuff. Guys, let me pay the bills first. I'm losing my mind. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Please smash the like button if you can. Please make sure to smash the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Guys, join the Patreon. Link is in the ticker. It's also in the description. I'm pinning it in the chat. Join the Patreon. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anyone in the unboxing universe. Gets you the lock of the week. It gets you asked to book anything. It gets you request a video. It gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. So let me know what you guys think. You get the access to the Discord, you get the live betting, you get the props, you get the lock of the week, you get everything. The Discord is a great community. We stream fights there. It's a really great place to hang out. So join the Discord, $5 a month to get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. After you guys do that, head over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get the travel, autonomy, and freedom back. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. carnivalbar.com. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. carnivalbar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, a bunch of stuff I want to get into today. There's a lot to get into. All right, let me look at Pro Box. I want to pull up this because I don't think DraftKings has updated it yet. Let me check DraftKings. All right, guys, let's get started. Please smash the like button. Let's get started with the show. Oh, they do have Tudor and Kevin Johnson. We got Ricardo Sonny Ribaldo. On the Golden Boy card. Okay. All right. So they do have two fights up here. That's good. They just updated it. They didn't have this up there earlier. All right. I'm gonna try to do Tudor and Kevin Johnson next. This is I'm gonna take a poll. You guys ready for a poll? I'm gonna start the poll. You guys tell me which fight you want me to do next. Put it in the poll. Which video should I do next? Tudor versus Johnson. Friday, Golden Boy. Or CBS versus Glanton. All right, you guys vote. The poll is live. The poll is live. I will do whatever you guys want me to do. You tell me what you want me to do, and I will do it. But vote the poll. Poll is live. It's good to have everyone aboard. Tudor is a lock in my opinion. Kevin Johnson can't get a W to save his life, and this is at 147. I'm hearing. Maybe GOAT. I mean, I'm definitely leaning towards Tudor, but I haven't done the video yet. Sometimes I see things in the video. Do a video on. I'm gonna do a video on both. Guys, vote. We know how Muscles is voting, but I'm just gonna go with the simple majority. So that's easy for me. All right. I'm not overly familiar with this. I'm gonna get into this. Eric Tudor, Kevin Johnson. I think Eric Tudor at -600. Pretty good odds. That's definitely something I would lock into. Vidal Riley at -185. This is getting closer and closer to a lock for me. It really is. I like Riley. I like Clark. I don't really have much of an opinion on the over. My guess is it goes over. I like it to go over. I'm not convinced on that. Smith and Glanton. This is almost even now. I like Glanton. I'm not going to give my official prediction on Glanton, Chris Bill, and Smith until after the fight is over. Yard and Arthur. This is probably too wide for me. -900 is just wider than I like. I haven't gotten into it. Liam Smith and McKenna. I'm starting to lean more and more towards McKenna. I'm still 50-50 on this. We're going to get to the video on all of this, but McKenna Smith, I really, really like McKenna in this. I think McKenna is younger. He's more explosive. He's more powerful. Smith has not looked good in his recent fights. He barely won around with Eubank in either fight besides the knockout. I like McKenna in this. In this, Eubank is easy money. This to me is an easy money bet. I really think Eubank and Riley is a pretty good parlay. I really do. Get no props on this. So the only fight we got props on, if I'm correct, is Eubank and Ben. Now let's look at some of the props. I like the over 8.5. It's a 12-round fight. I like the over 8.5. I really do. The rest of this, I'm not convinced on. Eubank by stoppage, Eubank by decision. I don't like either of these. Conor Benn by KO, Conor Benn by decision. I'm not in love with any of these props. The only prop I like is the over 8.5. I do think this goes over 8.5. If I had to bet, I do like Eubank by decision. I kind of like Eubank by decision at +300. I think that's a good bet. But I would not be greedy. I would just take Eubank money line -170. Eubank -170 on money line is pretty good bet to me. It's pretty good value. This is getting worse, so you guys may want to lock this in. I would stay away from the props on this. I just don't love the props. I can see this going any which way. Any props that you guys really like, to go the distance. I kind of like it to go the distance. I just take the over though. Honestly, just take the over on it. These two bets, TKO -110 is a pretty good bet. Unanimous decision +300 is a pretty good bet. I like both those bets. Probably wouldn't make either one of those. Knockdowns. These are just tough bets. I do like the under 1.5 knockdowns on this fight. These are all tough bets. I like the I don't see this being a knockdown fest. I no longer think that Ben has that explosiveness. He seems to be a different fighter since the positive test. Maybe it's psychological, maybe it's physical. It's probably a combination of both. But he doesn't seem to be super explosive or super. He doesn't seem to be super explosive anymore. He doesn't seem to have that next level power, that next level explosiveness, which he showed against Algieri and Van Eerden and such. He just doesn't seem to have it. He seems to be a slightly different fighter. So I like this prop. I like the under 1.5 knockdowns. I don't love it, but it's a pretty good prop if you want to make it. There just aren't a ton of props. I'm going to give you guys a parlay that I like, and it's going to pay really well. Three-leg parlay, Tudor, Riley, Eubank. Tudor, Riley, Eubank. Tudor, Riley, Eubank. Plus 185. I really think this is a good parlay. I think Eubank wins. I think Riley wins. And I think Tudor wins. Tudor, Riley, Eubank. It's three-leg parlay. I like it a lot. I'm going to throw some money in on this, guys. I'm going to lock this in now. It's not my lock of the week because it's not my big bet. I think at plus 185, this pays really, really well. I'm going to lock in on this. Let me get to some of your thoughts, comments, super chats. I like the over half a knockdown at minus 270. I don't have that prop, but yeah. Well, I have some props on it. Either fighter to be knocked down. So if either fighter is knocked down, that's a yes at minus 290. That's a good bet. I like that bet. Prop bets are starting to get more risky and risky. Yeah, they're smart enough to it. So, I like the over on a lot of things. I do like the overs. But for this, to me, though, this is a great bet. Like, this is a great bet. Plus 185. Tudor, Riley, Eubank. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Eubank, I think, definitely wins. Riley, I think, definitely wins. Tudor, I think, definitely wins. These are just locks for me. These are absolute locks for me. Man, how confident are we in Eubank? I keep seeing people saying Ben is going to catch him. He's not an explosive. He's not seeking destroy. Like, you go watch his last couple of fights. He's much more patient. He uses the jab more. He doesn't have that explosiveness that he had in the past. He's not getting these spectacular knockouts, running guys over. I am extremely confident in Eubank. What up, BC? I'm 50-50 on Eubank and Ben. I like Tudor Riley. All right, look, even if you want to cut that out, Tudor Riley's still going to give you good odds. 200. Wait, what? No. Minus 127. Tudor Riley, minus 127. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Close fight, Ben and Eubanks. I don't think so. I mean, maybe competitive. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. In about 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. All right. Close fight, Ben and Eubank. I don't think it's as close as you guys think it is. Guys, please make sure to vote in the poll. Let me know what video you want me to do next. But I like these bets. I like Tudor. I like Riley. I like Eubank. I think, a lot of times I'll take over. I'll take props. I'll take, knockdown props. To me, the best bets this week are just taking the money line bets. Take the money line bets, lock it up. Tudor, Riley. And then I think Eubank too. I see a lot of hesitation towards Ben. I want to ask you guys a question. When was the last time Conor Ben looked like a guy that he could knock out who's 2 weight classes bigger than him? When was the last time you saw that? You got a welterweight, knock it out at 160. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying, when was the last time you guys saw Conor Ben and said, yeah, I think he can knock out a middleweight? My only concern with Riley versus Clark is that Clark might perform really good after his last loss and could win against Riley. I don't know how he wins. He's a step behind. They're not that different stylistically. Clark is a little bit more aggressive. He likes the inside a little more, but they're not that different stylistically. And to me, it looks almost like a mismatch. This is also Riley's first 12 rounder. Okay. So you like him to get knocked out? Do you guys have an over prop on it? You guys think he's going over? Take the over prop on it. But to me, Riley and Tudor. All right, let me take a poll. Let me ask another question. Who do you think is going to win, Riley or Clark? You know what I'm saying? And I think 100% of people are going to say, I think Riley wins. I don't see a path. If you say Clark, I'm going to ask you, I think Riley outboxes him, outmoves him, and probably wins a decision. How does Clark win the fight? How does Chef Clark win this fight? If there's no path to victory for him, he's probably not going to win. Right? Yeah, he can land some massive punch and time him perfectly, but does he have a history of that? Is Chef Clark a huge puncher? I like Riley in this. I like Riley a lot in this fight. Let me check my poll real quick. Guys, make sure to keep voting in that poll. The poll is open. Make sure to vote in the poll. Make sure to vote in the poll. How good is Glanton? Glanton's pretty good. Glanton's a lot to deal with. Glanton's a good boxer. I think Glanton should be undefeated. I think it's 2 losses. He won both of them. They were very, very close, very, very competitive. I do think he won both of them. You can argue that either way. I think he's really good. I know CBS got whooped, but I think Zotto is a beast, and Glanton is not. Yeah, you can argue that Glanton's not on the same level as Zotto. I think that's totally fair. I think that's completely fair. But to be fair, additionally, and I'm not convinced on Glanton. I still got to get to that. I still got to watch all the tape. I got all the tape. I got to study that. But Glenn and Zotto are nothing alike. They don't fight anything alike. So I don't think that's a great comp. To say since Zotto blew out CBS, Glanton will do X, Y, and Z. It's just too big a difference stylistically. Glanton's a good fighter. Glanton could definitely win that fight. And you see the odds getting closer and closer and closer on that. So that's a fight that I'm definitely interested in. All right, guys, I just want to let you know, I'm also going to be going live again tonight at about 7 o'clock. So I'm doing the 2 live shows. I'm going to do 2 live shows today. Tomorrow, I'm probably just going to do a late show. I'm probably just going to do a 7:30 show or an 8 o'clock show. 8 o'clock Eastern time. But today, I'm going to bring you 2 shows. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday, post-fight. Friday, post-fight. And I'll probably do an early show Friday. So probably 2 show Friday, a show Saturday, and a show Wednesday and Thursday. So I'll probably do a show Wednesday, a show Thursday, and then 2 shows Friday and a show Saturday. That's probably the schedule. So today's Tuesday, 2 shows. Wednesday, Thursday, 1 show. Wednesday, Thursday, 1 show. Friday, probably 2 shows, an afternoon show, and then a late show. And then Saturday, I'll be doing a show after all the fights. So that's the plan for the week. That's the plan for the week. Let me know what you guys think. And then I also, obviously, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to drop a video. I'm going to let's pull up the schedule. Let's see what we want to do as far as those videos are concerned. But I'm going to try to give you guys 1 a day. I'm going to give you guys 1 a day. So you'll get 6 videos this week. I'm going to do Tudor and Riley. I did this already. So I'm going to do Tudor, Bellum Smith, my next 2 fights. Well, I guess this is easy. Yard and Smith. Yard, Smith, Riley, and Tudor is what I'm going to do this week. Is that cool, you guys? If I do those 4 videos, Tudor, Riley. My dog is barking at the mailman lady. Cannoli, come here. Don't bark at the mailman lady. Come here. Tudor, Riley, Yard, Smith. That's already got. So Tudor, CBS and Glanton, Yard and Arthur, Liam Smith and McKenna. I would imagine, unless something else breaks, unless there's something else you guys want to see, those are the videos I anticipate on doing. Maybe taking the over on Riley versus Clark. Maybe it is. I don't have a prop on that yet. I don't have a prop on the over on Riley Clark yet. Although when that drops, that's probably a good bet. I probably like the over, but I like Riley in the fight too. I think either one of those you're good on. So I appreciate you, Goat. Muscles Brown. I have an edge against Vegas that I want discussing with major predictions today. All right, give me a call, Muscles, for sure. For sure. This is kind of a quiet chat. It's a Tuesday. Tuesdays, my views are usually down, which is certainly understandable. I'm going to do a live again tonight for you guys. Try to get some views. All right. Let me just run through this again. Guys, let me know if you have any questions, comments, thoughts. I don't know this fight yet good enough. I'll try to get to this. I just don't know these fighters well enough to make any type of educated guess on this. Tudor and Johnson. I love Tudor. I probably like the over in this. Vidal, Riley, and Clark. I love Riley. If you guys can get a prop. Does anyone have a prop on Riley and Clark to go over? I do like the over. Does anyone have a prop on Riley and Clark to go over? CBS and Glanton. I'm leaning towards Glanton, but I'm going to get to the tape on this. And I'll have official prediction for you whenever I get to that. Possibly next. You guys got to let me know. Make sure to vote in the poll. There's a poll in the chat. Make sure to vote on that. Yard and Arthur. Yard's going to win. I just at minus 900. This is moving in the wrong direction. I don't really want to bet on this at minus 900. I don't have enough confidence in Anthony Yard to bet on him at minus 900. I just don't have that confidence in him. And, Arthur at plus 500. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to bet this. So I wouldn't necessarily bet this fight at all. I don't think Arthur's going to win. At minus 500, they're starting to tempt me, but it's probably a losing bet. Smith and McKenna, great fight. This is interesting. I'm leaning towards McKenna. The odds keep getting better on this. I'm interested in putting McKenna, but I'm going to get to the tape on that as well. And then obviously the big fight. I like Eubank. I like the over. I like Eubank. I like the over. Like, those are the bets that I would make on that fight. What was the over again on Eubank and Connor? Over 8.5 is minus 115. I like the over on that. And all right, let me check my poll real quick. All right, guys, like, you want me to do Tudor and Johnson next? I guess I'm going to do Tudor and Johnson next. I'm with it. Tudor and Johnson. All right, we can do that next, and we'll get to CBS and Glanton later. Guys, make sure you keep voting in that poll. I know this is not the liveliest chat. It's not the biggest crowd I've ever had, but that's okay. I'll be honest, guys. This is a risky week. There's a lot of 50-50 fights. A lot of 50-50 fights. So we're gonna have to parlay this just right. Like, we could make our money on a 2-leg parlay, like Riley and Tudor. I think that's a pretty good parlay right there. Riley and Tudor. I like that. Riley and Eubank, I think these hit, but this is a complicated week to hit for sure. This is not an easy week. This is not the week you hope for after the debacle that was last week. You want an easy bounce back week. We don't have that. This is not an easy week. But I like what we have. Riley, Tudor, two-leg parlay. Minus 127. I like this a lot. Riley Tudor minus 127. I think that's a play. I really like that as a two-leg parlay. All right, guys, let me know if you have any last-minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Leave them in the chat now, or I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Appreciate everyone dropping by. Appreciate everyone coming by. Not a ton to talk about. We'll spend more time in it later. We'll break it all down a little bit later. But I want to get into some video. I want to get into – it looks like, whatever wins, it looks like it's going to be Tudor versus Johnson, which you guys want to see next, which is fine. I'll break that all down. Playing it safe this weekend is a good idea because next week I think we could go wild with the Rolly versus Ryan card. Yeah. The problem is there's not much to play safe. This is not a safe week, right? Like it's not a safe week. Espinosa, Badu Jack. There's plenty of interesting stuff coming up. Yeah, I agree. But there aren't, that's my point. There's not a ton of safe bets this week. There's a lot of 50-50 fights. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I got 3 fights that are plus 600 that are all easy money that I can parlay. I'll get plus 200 odds and we'll just do that, right? Like, I'm not seeing it. Like, the easy fights to me, O'Reilly and Eubank and Tudor money line. Those are the safest bets to me. If you guys disagree, what bets? Like, what bets do you guys think are super safe this week? Like, of all the fights, what do you guys think are super safe bets this week? It's not easy. There's a lot of 50-50 fight. It's a good fight. It's a good week if you're a fight fan. It's not a great week if you're a gambler. We can hit this. We can make money on this. But we got to play it smart. We got to get it just right. We got to get it just right. We got to play the right fights. Because it's not like I can just go down and there's 20 fights and I can pick the right winner in 18 of them. It's not quite that simple. It's a little more complicated this week, but we can get this. Next week's going to be a lot easier, honestly. Next week's a lot easier. Next week there's going to be 1,000 fights. We can kind of pick which ones we want. And, this is, you got to bet what you have. And, I told you I'm going to throw some money on that parlay. I'm going to throw some money on that 3-leg parlay. But you guys got to let me know what you think. So I'm going to close up the poll now. You guys have any? Yeah, this is kind of my sentiment, 79. I think this is a great card by UK boxing standards, but it's risky as hell as a betting man. It's not easy. We're going to make a lot of money in May. May is going to be a great week. We got 5 weeks in May, right? Right. I think there's 5 betting weeks in May. Let me make sure that I don't. Yep, there are 5 betting weeks in May. We're going to make some good money. We're going to make some good money in May. We're going to make money this week, guys. We're going to make money this week. All right, guys, I'm going to close the poll in a minute, and then we're going to wrap this up. Make sure to bet in the poll if you have not. I appreciate everyone. Please smash the like button on your way out. I will be live again tonight at about 8 Eastern, 7 Central. That's 8 Eastern. I will go live again. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments, and questions in the super chat. Thoughts, comments in the super chats. Thoughts, comments, super chats in the comment section. I'll answer them now or forever hold your peace. But this looks like a one-sided beatdown. The crowd have spoken. They want to see the Tudor fight. It is, what is it? It is April 22nd. Let me end this. Poll's official. We're done. Tudor wins the poll, 58% to 41%. 79 says, what do you think about the Shakur versus Pettit card? Matias versus Puello is on that card, and I think it's Puello by 12 round decision. Yeah, Puello by decision to me is an obvious bet. We're gonna get into all that. It's such a busy week next week. It's such a busy week. It's such a crowded week. I'm gonna spend a lot of time. I'm gonna get through these cards as quickly as I can, and then I'm gonna try to get you Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm gonna try to get you so many cards out, so many picks for next week that you don't even know what to do with yourself. All right, guys. But let me wrap this up. Let me get to work on the Tudor video, because that obviously won the poll. Tudor and Johnson. It is April 22nd, 2025. Yeah. I like Puyo, but I mean, well, I think Puyo wins by decision. I think Puyo's really a lot to deal with. He's not a puncher. Could that be an issue? But let me know what you guys think. Thoughts, comments, super chats. I'm going to end this now. It is April 22nd, 2025. From Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.